So this is a story about how I got infected with HIV. I was young. I was dumb. I was full of cum. I didn't really get the connection between transferring fluids, although I got a lot of STDs when I was young from having sex. I had internal homophobia. So for me to have sex, I always had to be intoxicated or high. So back then I used a lot of drugs. Part of it was denial that HIV could affect me because I accepted the fact when they said it was just affecting white gay men. And I wasn't a white gay man, wasn't having sex with white gay men. Not thinking that we all have sex with each other and how HIV is passed on by the sexual partners of the partners you have. So I learned a lot. It was in '93 that after years of testing and not getting my results, because back then it took 2 weeks, I finally was forced to get my results. Because in my community, in my family, they always said, what you don't know don't hurt you. So I didn't want to know the results. I kind of always felt, because I had had unprotected sex, and they finally started saying it came from having unprotected sex, that I possibly was HIV positive. And so in 1993, I tested positive for HIV. Before that, I had had some trauma in my life, grief and loss. I had lost 2 lovers, one lover from violence. He had broken someone's house and got shot and killed. I was 25 in Georgia by myself. And so I came back to California with nobody to talk to about that. The next lover I had, he is the one that died of HIV. And I kind of knew I had HIV. So when I tested positive, I was traumatized and already using drugs because of the previous issue. So when I found out I was positive, I went back to drugs, and to the point where I guess I wanted to die. And it took years of therapy, it took years of dealing with the drug addiction to be here today, to be not ashamed of having HIV, to not ashamed to tell people I have HIV. But it took a long time. And I think I would have got tested earlier if they had the 1-minute test today, the 20-minute test, then I wouldn't have nowhere to run. So I'm glad that testing has moved into a space of within minutes you can know your status, and that way people can deal with it earlier. Today, I'm living an okay life. I'm finally realizing that I don't have the best health because we're living longer. I have other issues, diabetes, and just getting old, but I'm grateful and I'm just happy to be here.